Here we go. What is it called, Chris?
Fresh from the comic shop.
That's right. Each and every week, Chris and I go to the comic book shop, as you comic book fans do too. We like to share with you what our fresh gets are, fresh from the comic book shop. So right now, we're just going to get right into it. Chris, before you start, light week, heavy week for you last week? Chris got some good gets.
It's a good mix. It's a good mix of things. So I'm happy. I hit up. I mean, I got a lot of run filler stuff. I did some videos on. I hit up A1 Comics because they have a 50% off some of their back issues right now. I got some like dollared stuff shipped, for some modern run fillers. But I got within all that, I got a few good. Okay. Really a good mix of a few things here. So
okay, we may as well just get into it. I got some things too. It was a light week for me though. It was a very light week. So Chris, how about you start?
Okay.
What do you got?
All right, let's see. Let's start off with some Fantastic Four goodness, since we're all excited about the Fantastic Four movie announcement. I picked up this bad boy from A1 Comics, Fantastic Four number 56. Second appearance of Claw. His first appearance in costume, though. Somebody actually told me that. I got this for a really decent amount for a decent looking mid grade. I'd probably call it I don't know, at least a 4.5. I would say, but it presents really nice. No big color breaks in it. I was actually looking for some other kind of earlier Fantastic Four. I was actually looking for some earlier Doctor Doom stuff. They didn't have any, but I got this. I think it was like, I don't even remember. I want to say like $19, $20, somewhere around there. So I grabbed it.
Excellent. I love that cover. Is that Kirby? That's got to be Kirby, right?
Yep.
All right. That's a good pickup. Second appearance of Claw. I'm down with that. All right, here we go. My turn here. I'm enjoying this series. Granted, I'm about 3 issues behind, but I still pick it up each and every week. It is Strange Academy. This is issue number 6. I know there's a lot of things happening starting in 4, so I'm excited to get caught up here. But I'm really enjoying this. Also, this has got some spec value to it, as Disney Plus will. They're going youth movement. This is absolutely the way to go with some Strange Academy, with all of these new characters, all of these kids in the kind of the cosmic magic kind of realm, which they are exploring with Doctor Strange, with specifically Doctor Strange. So again, Strange Academy, I can't recommend it enough. It's a fun series, absolutely. So that was my first pickup. Chris,
Strange Academy. All right, so yeah, I've talked for a long time about really getting into reading, not necessarily just collecting to collect, but reading more independent books. So my next 2 choices are going to be independent. I'll show this one off though. My love for The Walking Dead came 10 years late, right? I've talked about recently how I binged the whole thing. I'm watching Fear the Walking Dead, which is kind of boring me right now, actually. Almost done with it though, just because I had to finish it. But Midtown Comics had a huge 75% off sale. I'm not fond of Midtown Comics right now, but when I see a bargain, I can't help but grab a bargain. I got this book for 75% off. Negan Lives, number 1, first print. It was like, I don't know, $2.
Dude, that was a hot book at one point, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, that was a hard to get book. Or was it the red foil one?
Well, the foil one's the big money one, but yeah.
But that was still, they came out with a second print. I mean, that was a hard book to get. There was a ton of people, especially because it came out of nowhere too. So it was a nice little kind of COVID surprise, I guess, is how I would say it. But that's a nice pickup. $2? Heck yeah, man.
They called it near me, but there's like 3 color breaking spine ticks, so I'm kind of pissed off.
Well, for $2 though, you did pretty well.
Exactly. I don't really care. I'm just mad at the principle of it. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you. I get the same way. When I buy a $1 bin book, I'm like, oh, this is a great find. And I get home and it's like there's a little spine tick. It's like I get pissed. I gotcha.
It didn't help that one of my other books came ripped to shreds, and the bag and board was ripped to shreds too. So that kind of, and I'm not on good terms with Midtown right now. And for those that know me, I always say this: I am a positive person. I don't talk down on businesses or whatnot, but I've really had it with them. So I'm kind of like, yeah. So when I see you call this a near mint with all these fine ticks, yeah, right. But
Yeah, Jamie Waz, Midtown equals Trash Town. I'll tell you what, guys. I go there's a outlet in Astoria with all back issues, and I think Tom from Cosmic Comic History has been there as well. That's a pretty sweet spot. The people are very nice there. But anyways, moving on. All right, my second book from last week is something that a ton of people are reading. It's been hyped up. One of the hottest writers in the industry right now, Donny Cates, crossover #2. This issue 1 was pretty much meh. Issue 2, though, this is giving signs of how big this series could be. I'm not sure where they're going to go. If they go in the direction that they're all teasing us in, it's going to be something massive and something we haven't seen in comic books for a very, very, very long time. I enjoyed this second issue more than I enjoyed the first. There's a lot of people that say the same thing. I would highly recommend it. Read the first because you will be confused. But I'm excited to see what happens in 3 because apparently 3 is supposed to be a major issue, and Spawn's on the cover of that one. Quite interesting, isn't that? What did you say, Chris? Quite interesting.
Yeah, it's on my list to, I not to necessarily pick up the physical copies, but at least to, get the digital just to read. So
yep,
absolutely.
All right, what do you got?
All right, so I got some more independent here, and I found these in the same sale. And I don't know much about it, but Mark Miller, he's done great stuff. So I picked up Empress issue #1 and #2. There was a 75% off sale for Midtown, so I got these for like a dollar or something. So I decided to get the first couple issues to see what's going on with this. I'll put it in my to read box, and we'll see when I get to it. But it's definitely something that's going to be sitting there because I'm telling you, I need to read some more independence.
Yeah, and Millarverse has that. He's got that deal with Netflix, so his properties are going to be coming. I mean, the first I think is Jupiter's Legacy, is the first series that will be coming on Netflix, and his properties go straight to Netflix if they're going to production.
Yeah. Yeah, and I do have those. I have the early issues of those in my to read bin too, and they've been there for like, I don't know, 2 years now.
That's a good read. Jupiter's Legacy is a good read. The sequel I wasn't too into, but the first go round was pretty good. The first limited series was pretty good. All right, moving on here. Yet again, another issue with one of the hottest writers in the industry right now, and again, Donny Cates, but King in Black, Venom 31. This is I'm only sticking to the King in Black specific books and Venom. I enjoyed this. This was really, really good read. Is actually, I mean, King in Black was excellent. This was right up there. I really enjoyed the tone. I really enjoyed how he was jumping from place to place, and just the way it was written. And the art, it wasn't Stegman, Coelho, not familiar with this artist. The art was absolutely incredible too. Lives up to what Cates and Stegman have been doing. Highly recommend it. If you guys haven't read The King in Black, Null is a badass, and yeah, we all hope to see him on the silver screen someday. No doubt. All right, Chris, what do you got?
I have been, because I'm not getting my King in Black #1 until January, I have been saying to myself every day this week, I got to download the digital copy just to read it, and I still haven't yet. But I will.
I know, and I don't want to spoil things for you, so I'm keeping it light. All right, here we go.
This book. All right, I got this book from, where did I get this book? Did I get this book from my comic shop? I think I did. I got this book from my comic shop. This is a book that I was kind of specking on for a while. I was looking on eBay. I was looking on Mercari. I was just looking all over the place, and I never pulled the trigger. And then I found one on my comic shop for a price, for a grade and a price that I thought was well worth it, especially next to the other books that I was looking at. Now, my comic shop has scans of some of their books. Sometimes they don't, but they say a grade. This book said fine. It had an F for the grade. It was $19, I think, but then they were having a sale, it was like 10% off. This is Tomb of Dracula #19. This is the book where Blade finds out that he's half vampire. Now, I probably can't afford his first appearance at this point, but this book, I said, that's my next best thing. Guys, this book is not a fine. This book is a freaking near mint book. It is a near mint book, guys. I'm just take my word for it. You can't see too much, but this book has no flaw and it has the sharpest corners. I don't know if you guys could see how sharp these corners are. It's perfectly smooth. There's no real. There's like one spine tick. This book is at least a 9.4, and on a good day, I could see this book getting a 9, or excuse me, a 9.0, and on a good day, getting up to a 9.4. So I just big shout out to my comic shop for being not always, but sometimes their grades are extremely conservative, and especially for a 20-cent Bronze Age book. Wow, I was impressed.
Did you say Blade was in that one?
Yes.
Is it his second appearance?
It's it's early. His first appearance is in 10.
Yeah.
But this is where he finds out that he's half vampire.
Oh, cool. Oh,
yeah,
wow.
So he was in a couple issues prior, but then he finds out he's a vampire in this one.
Nice. You got that for like $17, huh?
Yep.
That's a good find. All right.
Crazy high grade.
I'm glad to see that it came out in like near mint condition there as opposed to fine.
Yep.
Good on you. All right. This is my last book of the week. I only had 4. Kind of a very slow week, but I'm happy to get this book because I made a mistake, guys. I made a mistake when the last Ronin came out. I just flipped it. I made $20 and I just flipped it, and I was like, I want to buy another one. I want one in my collection, so I tried buying another one on eBay. Saw one for $18, and it was a scam. I never got it. I got my money back from eBay, but I ended up getting the last Ronin, the second print. As you can see, the green hue on the moon, I believe. So I'm happy to get this. I'll be reading this soon. Hopefully, I've been waiting for it for a while, but I finally got a print of the last Ronin. Now, here's the thing with the last Ronin, the second print. There's only 50,000 copies of this produced, so it's a smaller print run than the first print. People are expecting this to go up in value. Who knows? I don't know if I'm going to sell it again. I learned my lesson, but yeah, I finally got a print of the last Ronin. So very happy. That worked out for me, Chris, because you heard me complain about I made a mistake selling the first one and then trying to buy a new one.
Yeah, I got 2 on order of those. So I think I think it's going to increase in value. Do I think it's going to surpass the first print? Absolutely not. But I think it'll be sought after. The demand for that book in general is just so huge. So
yep.
All right, I got one more book.
All right, here we go.
All right, so I saved this for last because I just wanted to save the best for last. I've shown off a nice early Blade semi-key 20-cent Bronze Age. I showed off a second appearance of Claw, Silver Age, Fantastic Four. Blows those out of the water, guys. Okay, I'm telling you, I cannot believe that I got this book right here. Are you ready, Jeff? I got to know that you're ready.
I know I'm ready. I'm sitting here, bated breath. Let's go. What is it?
All right, here we go. Boom! Warlock in the Infinity Watch, #1.
You got another one.
Yes.
This is borderline problem, man. You need to seek help. You've got another one. What's the inventory? How many do you own?
I don't know.
You've got a problem. Please, honestly, we have some new people here today. Please let them know the story behind this, please.
Oh, okay. Look. It's the book. It's the book. I don't know what it is. It's like 20 books, 20 copies of these right now. Look, I just love this book. I love the cover. And the thing with me is I'm all in on Warlock. I'm all in. I got all of his keys from the cameo of the Cocoon to the first Cocoon to his first appearance as him to his first appearance as Adam Warlock. I have them all, and this is one that I think has some decent potential. And all joking aside, I do feel that if the MCU ever decides to bring the Infinity Stones back into play in films, I believe the Warlock and the Infinity Watch is something that could be a possibility, which, can make this book a little bit of a spec book. Of course, it's a 90s book that has probably close to 1 million copies. So, putting all the jokes aside, I don't see this book ever being extremely valuable. I'm not to say that it can't have a demand if they tie it into the movies and be a, you know, $10 to $20 book in a high grade. But right now, I love getting them. If I could find them for a dollar or two or whatever, why not? Why not? Right. So I'm all in on these guys. I'm all in.
You sure are. You sure? You can open up a comic shop just selling that issue, by the way. I really believe that. But all right, everybody, that is fresh from the comic shop. We'll have some more books to show you guys next week. I'm super excited to see what we do pick up next week. We're super excited to hear what you guys picked up. So please share with us what your pickups are each week, fresh from the comic book shop.